Um, I don't know if you're planning on bringing this up, but so if you are, I'll skip over this, but I was going to talk about, that sometimes I even feel brain fried because it's so much easier for me to ask GPT. I'm beginning to wonder what it's going to do to kids, education, that kind of thing. If that was
no, that's something to bring up. Absolutely.
Okay, because I don't know about
can't be any worse than what Instagram has done to kids.
Fair enough.
Yeah, agree.
Fair enough. I totally agree with you on that. I don't know about you, Nick. You talk about using GPT. I use it every day, and it's very, very valuable tool. It speeds up everything that I do. It helps me organize my thoughts. It's really remarkable what it can do for you. Sometimes though, I'll sit down and go, okay, like Tony pointed out earlier, I have this great band. We don't have a name yet. Maybe you can help me with a name. We have this incredible group of musicians that I've put together, and we're making a record. And I'm the primary songwriter and lyricist. And I'll sit down and go to write something and just go, my brain it's after using a tool like GPT that can come up with answers for me all day, I find myself brain locked, just absolutely unable to come up with a thought or something creative, because I don't know if this is true or not. I'm wondering if it is directly related to the fact that I'm using something else to do a great deal of the heavy lifting in my head. Have you had that experience? You had mentioned writing a screenplay and doing a number of things.
It's interesting. I mean, part of it is, yes, to a degree. I think I get fatigue somehow from delegating that stuff. It is fatiguing. But I've also noticed, and I was looking at maybe starting a business with this brilliant guy who's been in AI for 15 years. He created the Bing search engine, which he explained to me was really AI. The reason it is distinguished from the Google search engine is because of the way it analyzes stuff, blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, this guy's like crazy smart, and he's currently got a huge job. He's a serial entrepreneur. He's worth $1 billion because he started all these companies, and now he just went back to work on a goof as the sort of chief technology officer for AI for a huge company you've heard of, but I'm sworn to secrecy. So I was talking with him. He said his average prompt to a GPT is 2,200 words to get exactly what he wants out of ChatGPT or Gemini. And the amount of effort that it takes to craft a prompt like that, what I find sad and also kind of a relief, because I did not send my kids to coding camp. All the people that sent their kids to coding camp kind of hosed them, because coding is a job that's going to be largely reduced. And what they really should have been learning to write a prompt, you have to understand how to question somebody, how to hear an answer, how to synthesize different elements of a response, how to reframe a question to get it closer to what you want. Those are soft skills learned through human interaction, much more than they are ones and zeros. So, but doing that right is fatiguing as well. I don't know that I've lost what I found in doing the screenplay and really in coding the game that I was fiddling with. You're able to get so much done, although it is highly iterative and you got to go back and correct GPT. And what would take you 5 hours of heavy lifting yourself and should be done in 5 minutes takes about 3.5 hours of incredibly frustrating iterative work that at the end of the day leaves you more fatigued than it would have been if you just spent the 5 hours. So I've noticed the fatigue. I don't know that it has caused me to be less creative, but it's certainly made me less interested in trying to be creative.
Maybe that's what it is. And I can tell you this, what I have learned through that is, if I want to be creative, to stay away from it for the afternoon, or, just to let my brain actually work the way it normally does.
Yeah. Totally.
And I've come to trust my own intellectual processes a great deal over the years. So when it occurred to me that I need to just step away if I want to sit down and write a quality song, or if I want to engage my family or whatever, to separate myself from it for a good couple of hours before I do. And then it's generally fine. But as you pointed out earlier, I think Instagram is making just like vast armies of incredibly stupid people, and dumbing down people that are not stupid to begin with, to a certain degree. I'm really concerned about how AI is going to affect learning in schools, and how should it, as a parent, My youngest is 23 now. So he grew up in the era where smartphones and social media exploded. We did not allow him that until he was 18 and could do it on his own. Literally, we did not give him a phone and we did not give him access to social media. And I think because of it, he's a smarter, sharper, more creative guy. I could be wrong. But for me, I keep thinking about the vast armies of parents that put their kids in front of things like that to babysit them. And what is actually, and what we can measure now, what we can actually see, the jury is no longer out on the effects of babysitting kids with social media and tablets and things like that. So I'm really concerned about, it took vast amounts of human intellect and ingenuity to create the AI. What is that going to look like in 100 years? Is it still going to be there? You know, when you've got a super intelligence that can do all your heavy lifting for you.
And now you're in idiocracy territory.
And that's
President Camacho.
It's got electrolytes, man.
Yeah,
it's got electrolytes. So I didn't mean to hijack you there, Tony. I just, the things that I was thinking about, I wanted to throw them out there while you were talking about the energy issue.
Everything you said about Instagram, I agree.
I was just hijacking Nick's thoughts on it, actually.
Hey, it's Tony here from the Metal Command Show. I want to thank you for watching this portion of the program. Since 1998, I have hosted the show, which started off as a radio program and is now into the podcast format. So I want to thank you for watching and or listening. And if you want to support the program, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell to be notified anytime I do post any content. A lot of you have been supporting the show and really, really helping this show grow, and I cannot do it without all of you. So with that said, thanks for watching. Stay metal.